Hello, so today I'd like to share some thoughts about success and some cute photos. So this week I heard somebody say something about success, and they were talking about in business, and they said something like success is not when you reach the top, success is when you don't quit, when you feel like quitting. So it just got me thinking about, what is success and what is biblical success? What does God see as success? Because I think it's often different than what we naturally think of as success, or what the world thinks of as success. So anyway, I looked up the dictionary definition of success, and there's basically two different definitions. So one of them is, I kind of have three, but they're all very similar, and then one other one. So the first one is, it's the accomplishment of an aim or purpose. It is the achievement of desired visions and planned goals. Satisfactory completion of something. So that's kind of one definition. And the other one is the attainment of wealth, position, honors, or the like. So in thinking about it, I think that the first definition, like the accomplishment of an aim or purpose, I think that's more biblical success, whereas the other one is more like worldly success. So anyway, I was thinking about in the Bible, because we just had Easter, John 19:30 says, when Jesus therefore had received the vinegar, he said, "It is finished," and he bowed his head and he gave up the ghost. And also John 17:4, Jesus said, "I've glorified thee on the earth, I've finished the work which thou gavest me to do." So Jesus is an example of success. When he died on the cross, he said, "It is finished." He'd finished what he came to do, so he completed his purpose. And yet, to the world and to anybody watching, it looked like he had failed. But in God's eyes, he had succeeded, because he'd come to do what he'd done what he'd come to do. So anyway, there's one time in the Bible that it has the word success, and that is in Joshua 1 verse 8, and it says, "This book of the law shall not depart out of thy mouth, but thou shalt meditate therein day and night, that thou mayest observe to do according to all that is written therein, for then thou shalt make thy way prosperous, and then thou shalt have good success. Have not I commanded thee? Be strong and of good courage. Be not afraid, neither be thou dismayed, for the Lord thy God is with thee whithersoever thou goest." That's Joshua 1, 8 and 9. So that's talking about meditating on God's word and doing what it says, and then we will have success. And then it talks about how God will be with us wherever we go. So I've summed up biblical success as obedience to God, trusting God, loving God, and being faithful. But anyway, I have some quotes that different people have said about success, so I thought I would read them out because they're kind of interesting. John C. Maxwell says, "True success is obeying God." John Owen says, "For the most part, we live upon successes, not promises. Unless we see and feel the print of victories, we will not believe." So it's about trusting in God's promises, not upon our successes. Florence Nightingale says, "I attribute my success to this: I never gave or took any excuse." And William Wilberforce said, Our motto must continue to be perseverance, and ultimately I trust the Almighty will Our motto must continue to be perseverance, and ultimately I trust the Almighty will crown our efforts with success. And Peter Marshall says, "It is better to fail in a cause that will ultimately succeed than to succeed in a cause that will ultimately fail." And Frederick W. Robertson said, "On earth we have nothing to do with success or its results, but only being true to God and for God. For it is sincerity and not success which is the sweet savour before God." And C.S. Lewis says, "It is not your business to succeed, but to do right. When you have done so, the rest lies with God." And another quote, I don't know who said it because it is on Google, it's attributed to two different people. So anyway, it says, "Our greatest fear should not be of failure, but of succeeding at things in life which don't really matter." And Jack Howell said, success is on the same road as failure. Success is just a little further down the road. I looked up an article about biblical success, and this is a little bit what they said. They said true success is about believing, loving, and obeying God. It is focusing on that which is eternal rather than on that which is temporary. It is being transformed by the work of God in our lives, minds, and hearts. So that is something for you to think about success. We often naturally think so differently than the way God thinks about success. Okay, go. Okay, jump. Show me how you jump. Hey. Again. Go. Jump. Can you jump first? Ready, go.